You really got to know your species. You got to know their behaviors. You've got to scout where to find them. And then it just takes patience. And it's a lot of patience. If you don't have that, you can't do it. I would say probably the most difficult birds to photograph that I find up here are the warblers. Just because they're so spread out and they're just constantly on the move. And it's a real challenge to photograph them, but I love doing it. Just because it is a challenge. And they're just like loons, they're just really pretty birds. It's a male magnolia warbler, and he's always here in this spot every spring, like clockwork. Start your own backyard. Set up a feeding station. Learn to watch the birds, watch their behaviors, watch for what makes a photo of a bird better than another one. Learn to watch for body positions, things like that make the photo look interesting. It's a yellow-rumped warbler, affectionately known as a butterbutt.
Well, we got a warbler. That's good.
I probably actually spent 10 to 12 years working for newspapers and just kind of burned out on it and, gave up that line of work and said, well, what am I going to go do now? And, I was always raised in the outdoors. We always hunted and fished when I was a kid. And I said, well, going and doing nature and wildlife work isn't that much of a leap for me. I sort of had to relearn photography a lot because it's a completely different style. There's a lot you have to learn. A lot of that has to do with, field techniques, how to approach species, things like that. But in some ways it's not that far removed from working for newspapers because it's still somewhat documentary in its nature. So that's kind of how I got started, and that was in 2003. So I've been at this for nearly 20 years now. How would I describe the Rangeley area and its attractions? It's definitely the amount of outdoor activities that you can do up here. Between snowmobiling, cross-country skiing, downhill skiing, canoeing, kayaking, fishing, hunting, ATVing, we got it all. And it's a great place to photograph too. It's one of my favorite places to go out and just explore around here with a camera because they know never what I'm going to find, and I'm always finding new places. And there's so many miles of logging roads out there that stuff is accessible.
So you never run out. You don't see yourself ever getting bored of this area.
No.
You never run out of things to photograph.
No, I'll never get bored up the Rangeley area, and I can always find something to photograph somewhere.